My first ever listing was one of the hardest properties to sell. We were in a hot seller's market of 2021, which was one of the best years of real estate sales in the GTA. Almost every house was selling over the asking price with multiple offers within 3 to 7 days of listing. In fact, my second listing, which I got around the same time, sold within a week of hitting the market, but this property did not sell for at least a month. That's like an eternity in a hot seller's market. Was it because I was a new agent? If it was, then I should have also had a hard time selling my second listing, but clearly that wasn't the case because that sold way before the first one. So what happened? Hey everyone, it's Gourav Khatri and I help people buy, sell and invest in real estate all over the GTA. And in today's video, I'm going to go over the types of homes that are difficult to sell in any kind of market and what can be done to sell these homes. If your property is one of these types of homes and you're thinking about selling it, then I've created an easy guide that can not only help you take advantage of any market, but also help you sell your home for top dollar on your terms. It goes over a 12-step process from preparing to marketing and to actually selling your home. Make sure to comment down below and I will send it over. Train tracks. So going back to my story, that listing of mine was in one of the most desirable neighborhoods of Mississauga. Check out the link to this video right here and you'll know exactly what area I'm referring to. Along with being in a desirable area, the lot size was also huge, but the problem lay in the backyard. There were train tracks going right behind the property. It wasn't a discontinued railway line either. The GO train would pass by the home frequently on an hourly basis. There were still buyers interested in the property, but mainly to tear it down so that they can construct a custom designed home and then sell it for a hefty profit. The common concern was that, say if you purchased the home for $1 million and then spent another $1 million or so in constructing a home, that makes your cost around $2 million, and then when you add profit, that's even more. Nobody would want to purchase a $2.5 million home that's backing onto train tracks. Eventually, I did sell the home at a little lower price. A few months later, I got another listing backing onto train tracks, and I sold that too, but I had a similar difficulty in selling it. Train track properties have a noise and a privacy problem, which makes them very difficult to sell. Corner lots. Properties located at the intersection of two streets have what I like to call a corner lot. You got neighbors on one side of the property while on the other side you've got the road. There is a very small percentage of people that prefer to have a corner lot because of the amount of open air and access to natural light you have. However, I've only ever had sellers tell me this. I've never had a buyer come up to me wanting to purchase a corner lot, which tells me that the sellers are trying to oversell their corner lot features. Majorly, people prefer not to own a corner lot because of privacy reasons. Since you're situated at the intersection of two streets, you got traffic coming from both sides and a stop sign on at least one of the streets, which means that there are cars constantly stopping near your house. In that scenario, would you be comfortable letting your kids play outside? This drawback is solely not the reason why corner lots are difficult to sell, because there are safe and quiet neighborhoods with hardly any traffic. The problem lies when the corner lot is on a busy street like a highway or close to traffic lights. Not only is that dangerous, but the noise from the traffic alone would make living there a mere nightmare. Needs a lot of work. When you're looking at properties, you will come across homes that have not been taken care of, or destroyed by the previous occupants, or are just old and need to be upgraded. Those properties require a significant amount of money to be spent before one can move in, probably in the thousands of dollars. Not a lot of buyers have that kind of money lying around, or the time and patience to get the renovations done. In a typical market, most of the buyers you will find are looking for turnkey homes which are basically ready to move in with the least amount of work needed. And you will find a few investors who are specifically looking for homes that can be upgraded and sold for a premium. So essentially, if a home needs a lot of work, you can be rest assured that only investors and contractors are looking at those homes. Losing a huge chunk of the buyer pool can make a property difficult to sell. If you're liking the video so far, please make sure to give me a quick thumbs up and hit that subscribe button to keep getting updates on similar content on a regular basis. Stigma. Death is something that is out of our control. There will always be homes on the market in which a family member passed away recently or a long time ago. That attaches a sort of stigma to the home. In fact, I remember showing one of my clients this property where one of the sellers had passed away of natural causes. Now, death in a home didn't really bother my client so much, but she did want to take advantage of the stigma and see if she could get a massive discount on the property. It was a seller's market, but this property wasn't selling. After 3 weeks on the market, we put in an offer, but the sellers decided to wait for a better price. A few days later, they did sell to a buyer that gave them close to what they were asking. Now, we're in the 21st century and many people are willing to overlook death in the house from a natural cause. However, if there's been a suicide or a murder in the home, that can make a home very difficult to sell. A lot of people still believe in ghosts, vibe of the home, and the afterlife. They would rather purchase a higher priced home than having to deal with the stigma. After all, they are purchasing a home to live in it for at least a few years. If the property was previously used as a grow operation or to conduct crime, that can also make a property unsellable. Condo corporation. When you're purchasing a condo, there's usually a condo corporation involved that looks after the day-to-day of the building along with the finances. The financial status of the condo corporation is disclosed in the status certificate. The status certificate reveals the rules of the building, how well the corporation runs, how good the reserve fund is, and if the building or the unit is in any legal trouble. The maintenance fee you pay every month is used to carry the daily expenses of the building, such as concierge, cleaning, landscaping, accounting, etc. A portion of the maintenance fee goes towards the reserve fund of the building. Think of it like rainy day money. In case of a major expense like putting in new elevators, then the building uses the money from the reserve fund to cover the costs. However, if there isn't much money in the reserve fund to cover these costs, then that money comes from the unit owner's pockets. If it is costing more money to maintain the building, then there are chances of the maintenance fee going up significantly in the future. Most buyers look at the status certificate before firming up on the purchase of a condo. I've seen deals fall through because of how badly a condo corporation's finances were being handled. Bad marketing. Buyers spend less than 7 seconds deciding whether a home is on their must-see list. Many sellers make the mistake of hiring a discount agent that takes bad quality pictures with their phone. As good as the property may be, if the photos don't do justice to the home, then the buyers might just skip on even seeing the property. And if there is no buyers looking at your property, then the chances of it selling are slim. Same goes with marketing. Many agents just list the property on the MLS and think the home will sell itself. However, when listing your property, the goal should be to have as many people looking at it as possible. Because the more people that look at the home, the more offers you will get. The more offers you get, the higher the chances of selling it above market value. That's why, along with listing on the MLS, marketing your home is also very crucial, because you not only want to target the active buyers, but also the passive buyers who are not actively looking yet, but might be open to seeing a good opportunity if it comes along. Additionally, you want your home to stand out against the many homes that are listed. The one solution to this problem is to hire a professional to take care of the photography, or in fact hire a professional real estate agent to help you with preparing and marketing the home. If the property still isn't selling, then there is only one ultimate solution to all these problems. The solution. The most common answer to why a property isn't selling is the price. An overpriced property will stay on the market until either the market price catches up or the sellers correct the price to its actual true market value. Most buyers these days are pretty educated about the market and would never overpay for a property unless they absolutely need to. In a seller's market, that strategy may not work because eventually the prices do catch up. But in a buyer's market, the sellers need to be more realistic. I remember a seller that wanted to sell their 2-bedroom townhouse for more than $850,000. But when I had originally met him, the true value of the home was less than $800,000. The client decided to wait until the market picked up again and eventually sold for $817,000. However, I've also seen properties unsold for months on end, even in a seller's market, just because they were way too overpriced. So to sum it all up, every property does sell, but at the right price. And a quick price reduction can help you sell faster. Are you having a hard time selling your property? Then let's have a chat. My details are down below and on the next screen.